Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my life. My name is Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you so very much. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. In this life, what we do is that we do hair. We talk about products that is suitable to our hair. We talk about extensions that we use for different hair, and we do practicals. You're all welcome. Thank you so much if you're joining. Kanita, Stedmon, you're welcome. Let's share the life. I'm going to be sharing from here so that we can start straight away. We don't have too much time to waste today. We're going straight to the point. Thank you so much. It's been a while, so let's go ahead. I'm going to be sharing from here. Let me share the video, then we'll start straight away. I'm going to be sharing the video from here. Share the live, like the live, so that we can continue to do our practicals. So in today's lesson, we'll be going straight to the sixth method that we use in installing extension. Today we're not doing the beginners, we're not doing the class for those that doesn't know how to braid. Next time we have to do it. But today we'll go straight to the sixth method that we use in doing adding extensions into the hair. If you know how to braid your normal hair and you don't know how to add extensions into hair, this class is for you. So I'm here today to show you 6 good methods, easy peasy, to get into braiding. So let's go ahead. I'm sharing from here. Share the videos, like the videos, so that we can go ahead and do it. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Grace. The time I've changed. Now we are, I don't know, 1 hour behind. Yeah, 1 hour behind. It used to be 1 hour ahead in summer, then 1 hour behind in winter. So it's 12 o'clock here. So I don't know what the time is over there. So you have to swap the time. Just 1 hour behind. So let me share from here. Then we'll go ahead and start our lessons for today. Thank you so very much for joining the class. If you're joining for the first time, you're welcome. You're highly welcome. So let me share here. When I share this one more time, we'll go straight into the point. Yes. So we'll be using our mannequin today. Where is this mannequin going? We've not even started yet. So these are the practicals we've been doing since on live. All this hair we are done on live, right? So today we'll go straight away to show you how you can add your extensions into your natural hair. How you can add your extensions into a natural hair. So when we finish this hair entirely, I'm going to show you how you can end the tips of each hair. How you can end the tip of the hair when you're doing your hair, right? So most people, they want it straight. Most people, they want it coily. Most people, they want it twisted. Most people, they want it a spiral curl. All that, if we have enough time after doing our practical, I'm going to show you how you can go about it. So now we have 6 good methods. We'll be starting with the rubber band method. On the rubber band method, we have 3 methods. We have 3 methods that we can use in getting into the braiding. 1, you use the rubber band with the crochet pin. Then 2, rubber band without the crochet pin. Then the 3rd one, no rubber band, no crochet pin. Then we'll move straight to going into the natural method or traditional method of adding extensions into our braids, into our natural hair. So we have the other method that you just plait. Then we have the other methods that the natural hair will be the 3rd strand. Then we have the other method, that's the natural method, that you hold the extensions on one hand before doing it. So all that we're going to do on our live today. So stay tuned, pay attention to the classes, and let's go ahead. So now we are going to be using the crochet pin. If you don't know what the crochet pin is, this is crochet pin. You're all welcome. You're all welcome to the live this morning. This is crochet pin. If you're seeing it for the first time, this is crochet pin. So this pin, we use it for a lot of things to install hair. You can use it to install a full braid, which is called crochet braid. So you braid up your hair and use this pin, this particular pin you're seeing. If you don't have it, you can go ahead and get one. So today we'll be using our rubber band as well, because this class, they are beginners friendly. They are beginners friendly class. So with this method, it's easy for you to just get into braiding and start doing your braid immediately. Let's see whether this is okay. I hope everybody can see the hair I'm doing. Yes, let me move back. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's make sure that the volume is loud. I hope everybody's hearing me. Yeah, please put on the comment section if you can hear what I'm saying, if it's audible enough, if it's clear, if you're seeing it. I'm trying to adjust all these things to make it more visible, make everything more visible so that we can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's better a little bit like that. Look, when I'm braiding the hair, you're going to be seeing what I'm doing, right? So now the method, this is the rubber band we're going to be using this morning. The rubber band is just a tiny bit of rubber band that you get from the shop. There's a lot in the pack. We've almost consumed this one, right? So let's make sure, giving cheers to those that are sharing. Thank you so much. Hi, Fabuchi. Thank you, Kalio. Everyone joining. As you join in, please share the videos. I'm really busy this time around. Very, very busy with one thing or the other. But each time I have the time, I have to come up live. No problem. So now, this is the rubber band we're going to be using at the moment. Can you see how tiny it is? The small ones. Then we'll go straight ahead. I've parted this hair. We've almost finished this hair. So when we finish it, if we can finish it today, fine. I'm going to be showing you how. But if not, we're going to be doing it next time, how you can end the tip of this hair before I take it off. Then we'll have the hair free again. Good morning. Have the hair free again to do our practicals. So now we've already section this hair horizontally. So now we're going to be taking it vertically to do our practicals. So now this method that we've taken already, we've already have it in a block box method. So now we'll go ahead and do the same thing. If you're parting your hair and you already have the round method, we've not even tried that round method. Maybe the next session we're going to be doing, I'm going to be using this mannequin to do the round method because people are not doing it any longer, so that you can know that as well, right? So we have done this blocks method for 3 times now. This is the 3rd time we're filling up this hair with our practicals. But next time, I think we're going to be doing that block. In case you come across how to do that, past those hair, I'm going to show you. Your braids are neat and boneless. How? Oh, thank you so much. Don't worry, we are just here. So now we'll go straight ahead and part this hair. Look at it. Well, we'll be starting with this, and we are using the rubber band method. So now when you part your hair, this is the one that we are going to be working with. Always have your clips. Always have your clip. This is the clip to remove the hair that you're not working with. Move it on the way. So the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and get your rubber band. If you have the rubber band, normally you can use one. For me, I use 2. The reason why I use 2 with this rubber band is that when you use one, sometimes it gets snapped on the way. I don't want this to snap. If you're joining, please share the video, like the video. It's going to attract more people to come in. So now look at it. We have this hair, like section this hair. I hope everybody can see me. Hey, yeah. Okay. Please, if you can see me very clearly and you can see the hair we're doing clearly, put on the comment section yes, please. If you can see the hair clearly, so that I can be sure that we're seeing what I'm doing. So now you go ahead, after I've sectioned it, take your rubber band. I'm using, okay, thank you so much for that. I'm using 2 rubber bands. I'm joining it together. But if you're using one and it's working for you, go ahead and use one. But for me, I don't want to use one because when I use one, I'm go around on it to secure it. Sometimes it snaps. I don't want it to snap. So right now, I'm going to be doing this. This method, if you're just joining, is the rubber band method, and it's a beginner friendly. Even if you have not braided before, this is the easiest method that you use in braiding your hair. Very, very easy. If it's your first time and you've not braided before, you've not added extensions to hair before, or you even have braided before but you've not added extension, this is the time. Just go. Now I'm going to go ahead and secure this hair with a rubber band. We are doing 6 methods today. Let's start with this. You start with this one first, then later you move up to the other methods that you don't want to use the rubber band to do. So now let's go ahead and secure this. I'm securing this. When I secure this, this is it. I've secured the rubber band. First step, when you secure the rubber band, you go ahead and take this, split it into 2. When you split it into 2, you pull it to the other side, but not too tight. When you're pulling this hair to the other side, don't make it too tight, because the more tighter the hair is, the more it's going to grab it from the root of your hair and it's going to be painful. So just make it secured to the point that you're okay with it, but not too tight. So the next level, when you have secured it, after putting your rubber band, you pull it to the one side, secure it more, go ahead and grab your crochet pin. This method we are doing now, we are going to be using the crochet pin to do this one. But the next method we are going to be doing, we don't need this crochet pin. So just go ahead, pay attention to what you are doing before the next one. So now you are going to take your crochet pin. Crochet pin has something like a latch to cover it. Let me not use my hand to block it. Look at it. When you open it, you can close it. So now that you want to use it, you're going straight away to open it. Just go ahead and open it. When you open it, go ahead and insert this crochet pin. Let me, so that it will not go to the next hair. Be careful. Insert the crochet pin. It's going to be coming out this way. It's going to be coming out this way. Thank you so much. God bless you all for supporting the live. Share the live, like the live. The more we have, more our students coming in. It's just that the time have changed in the UK. We move the time backwards. Normally we are in summertime. We move the time forward 1 hour upwards, but now in winter time they move the time backwards. So now maybe in some people's place it might be 11. So here we are 12 o'clock. I think in Nigeria, and I don't know if they are 12 or 1 o'clock. So now let's go ahead and take the extensions we're going to be working with. This is the extensions we're working with today. I'm using a blue color. If you're a blue color person, here is your color today. Let's go ahead. So now you're going to be taking a portion of the extension, which we are doing the medium size. We are doing the medium size today. So, but if you don't know how to grab your extension the way I just did it, the method you're going to use to do your extensions to make sure they are the same size is that take this extension, section it on the, if you have a dining chair, you can look at the dining chair, the handle, just put it across it, section the first one, keep it, go ahead and do the next one, making sure they are the same size, like this, keep it. I'm trying to explain all this because it's a beginner's class so that you can make sure that when you're doing your braids, they all will be the same sizes. But if you're comfortable with taking your braids like this and you know the sizes are going to be the same thing, go ahead and do that. Look at it. Now I have the medium size I want to use. So the next thing we're going to do on this medium size is that you're going to be splitting this expression into two. That into two is that one side is going to be 2 ratio 2 to 1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Can you see it? Meaning that the one you have on your left hand should be 2 times bigger. The one you have on the right hand should be 2 times bigger than this. Left hand is bigger, right hand is smaller. So now you're going to keep this one that is 2 times bigger on your left hand, put it on one side. When you put that on one side, grab the smaller part of your extension, which is this one. When you take the smaller part of your extension, that is this, what are you going to do next? You're going to go straight ahead. Look at the crochet pin has been inserted through the rubber band I use in securing the natural hair. This class is really friendly beginners. So when you see us doing the rubber band method, it's just for you to get into braiding. By the time you get into braiding and advance more, you'll be able to do the natural traditional method. So go straight ahead, take this. When you do this, you just make sure they are in the same length. Look at it the way I did it. Make sure they are in the same length. You now go ahead and form a loop. Look at it. Hold it with your thumb and index finger. We use our hands to do hair. When you mention thumb and index finger, this is your thumb and this is your index finger. So you go ahead and do this. Look at the way I did it now. When you do this, the next thing you're going to do, go into the hook of the crochet pin, hook this hair, hook it in. When you hook it in, you just go ahead and close it. You see this method, you can use this method to do a lot of styles. The next thing you're going to do, you'll be pulling it out. Watch me, I'm pulling the hair out. I'll pull it out to a point whereby I'll release it, take my crochet pin out. When you take your crochet pin out, don't go ahead and drag it out. When you drag it out, everything is going to come up. What you're going to do is separate it. You now go ahead and, this is my left hand. This is my left hand, as you can see. Go ahead and grab it with your left hand. That's how you're going to grab it. This is my right hand. Then you go ahead and bring out the other part of it with your right hand. Do you see what happens here? Because if I don't hold this with my left hand and I pull it with my right hand, everything will drag out from it. So you don't want to start doing double jobs when you're doing your hair. So now it's in the midst of this. Can you see the way it is? I'm pulling it. The next thing that you're going to do, because we are going to be braiding straight away, this is an easy method. You're going to put the extensions into two, make sure they are in the same level, bring it down. If you find out, because you have put the crochet pin in this hair and you find out that your hair is not secured enough under the root, what you have to do is that open this hair again, pull it to one side, gradually secure it more. That is it. So now you're going to take this and place on it. Your hair is ready to braid. What the rubber band have done for us now is that normally when you're securing your traditional method, you're supposed to be holding the hair from the root. Because as a beginner, you don't know how to do it. That is what the rubber band have done for you straight away. So the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and grab this extension that is 2 times bigger, adjust your mannequin. If you're doing it on a mannequin, make sure you position yourself very well when you're doing hair. So you go ahead, hold this one, the extension on your right hand. This is my left hand. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to be holding this hair. Make sure, let me pull this to the point whereby everybody can see what I'm doing. Everybody can see what I'm doing. So now, this is the hair we're going to be working with. The next thing is that take your left hand, hold this extension, hold the hair, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. This is my thumb and that is my index finger. Then the next thing you're going to do, take the hair, this is the extension, go ahead and place the middle of this extension here and secure it with your thumb and index finger. The next thing, thank you so much for sharing, for liking the video. God bless you all. Let's go ahead and share and like it. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And share the video. The more you share, the more people will come and join. So now, when you're doing this method, when you're doing this natural method with rubber band method, the only thing you observe now is the middle of the hair will have only the natural hair. As a beginner, my advice is that go ahead and start braiding this hair. When you get to know how to braid them more, you can split the natural hair into all the extensions if you want to do that. But if not, let's go ahead and braid this hair. The more you braid it, the more you get used and conversant with braiding. So now we have the one with the natural hair in the middle. We have the extension here on my right hand. We have this one on my left hand. And I'm holding this one with my thumb and index finger on the middle. Can you see it? So the next thing you're going to do, braiding straight away. This is my right hand. If you're a right-handed person, go ahead and grab this one first while you're still securing this hair in the middle with your thumb and index finger. Go ahead and grab this one. When you grab it, bring it into the right, into the left. From your right hand into the left. Then you grab this one in the middle. When you grab it in the middle, you go ahead, take this one on your left hand, bring it into the right. Then you go ahead and start braiding. It's simple. It's that simple. Very, very easy. Can you see what I've done now? But the only thing you'll have to do, because the natural hair is in the middle, always make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. Always make sure the extensions are covering the natural hair. Look at it. Cover it. Because now we are braiding with a blue extension and the shade of the hair is brown. So you don't want that brown to be showing all the time. What it does is that it makes your braid last very long and it's not going to get old and very neat. So let's go ahead and finish up this braiding. As soon as I finish up the braiding, I'm going to show you what we have achieved so far. If you have started this is the result of what you achieved. What we are doing first now is using the rubber band method and the crochet pin to install our extension before we braid. Friendly beginner, real friendly beginner, and it's really easy. It's really easy for you to get into it. Now, let me just go ahead and finish the braiding. When I finish up the braiding, I'm going to show you the result of it. If you have started this or you have tried this method, we are doing 6 methods. For your information today, we're doing 6 methods. So go ahead and pay attention into the 6 methods. Try the 6 method. Look at it. We've done it now. If you have started this with me as a beginner, you already know how to braid this one. Can you see it? Nice and braided very well. What the rubber band did for you is just to secure the scalp, and it's well secured. Look at it. Very, very secured. If you can see it, very, very secured. Very secured. So this is the first method out of the rubber band method. We have 3 methods going with the rubber band method, and we have 3 methods I'm going to teach here going with the natural and traditional method. So we've done the first one, which is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. Then the next one we're going to do now is the rubber band method without the crochet pin. So If you don't have this crochet pin, you don't have to worry. If you don't have this crochet pin, you don't have to worry. You can still do this method. If you don't have the crochet pin, you don't have to worry. You can still do this method. What you have to do now, watch me to see the next method I'm going to do without the crochet pin. So let's go ahead. We're going to part the hair that we're going to be working with. The next hair you're going to be parting, go on this one in the middle, grab this one. Take the next block hair. So the next tutorial I'll be doing with this hair, after taking it up, I'm going to be using the curve and round method of parting the hair. I'm going to teach you here online. Most people have not seen that method because the method we're using these days is the block and the box method of parting the hair. So now let's go ahead and comb this. Always comb your hair when you're doing braids. The reason is that when you don't comb this hair, look at how tangled this hair is. If you don't comb it and you have your braid on it, what it's going to do now, by the time you're taking your braids off, you're going to be losing your hair. It's going to be breaking your hair, so which is not good. So when you're learning, learn perfectly in the way that they will not say your hand is breaking the hair. It's because you didn't do it the right way. Go ahead and brush the hair, comb the hair, either brushing or combing, comb it very well. Look at it. When you comb it, you leave it. Go straight ahead. Open this one. This method we are doing this method without the crochet pin. Before we use the crochet pin to insert this hair. Now we are going to be splitting this hair into two. Split this hair into two. Can everybody see it? When you split this hair into two, the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and grab your extension. Let's go ahead and grab the extension, which the extensions is a medium method extension. You go ahead and grab the extension. When you have it, classes, you can provide an optional description for your channel. Grace Lowen classes. Okay. Hey, where is this one coming from now? Let's go. TikTok. Let's put TikTok. Send TikTok because we just special fighter in the house. Put them in the same level as us before we start. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead. Resume. Yes. Yes. You can now. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead. Yes. Let's go ahead. Now that we've slitted the hair. We section the hair we're going to be working with. The hair you're working with, you're going to section it into two. Let's go ahead and share this video. Share this video. God bless you. Thank you so much for sharing the video and liking the video. The more we share, the more it's going to attract more viewers to come in. So now, this is it. You parted it into two. When you part it into two, go ahead and grab your extensions that you're going to be working with. Always make sure that your extension, when you're doing braid, the extensions is going to be ratio 2 to 1. Meaning that this one, when you split it into two, you take it like this. The one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Can everybody see it? Look at it. The one you have on your right hand should be 2 times. If I say, let me share this one into two, now you understand it, that you understand what I mean. 2 times the one I'm holding. So I'll get to explain more to you when we get to the natural method, because we're going to be crossing it at that point. But at this point, we are not going to be crossing it at this point. So let's go ahead. Take this one that is the smaller part, you hold it. Take the other one that is 2 times bigger, put it on one side. You come in later to pick it. Because this method we're doing is the rubber band method without the crochet pin. Rubber band method without the crochet pin. So you go ahead and have your extensions, that is the smaller extensions, on your right hand. Make sure you put it on the same level. Look at it. Let it be on the same level. You go ahead, hold it from the middle. When you hold it from the middle, put it here. Go ahead and put it in the middle like this. Can everybody see it? Go ahead and put it on the middle like this. Can you see the way it is? When you put it there, you now close this. Go ahead and grab your rubber band. This method are beginner friendly. If you have not braided before, or you've not added extension to hair before and you want to go ahead and braid, come ahead and use this method. Come ahead and use this method. This is the tiny rubber band, you just go ahead and hold your rubber band. You can either use one of the rubber band. I'm using two of the rubber band because anytime I use one, it snaps. I don't want it to snap. So if you go ahead and use one of the rubber band and it works for you, use it. So now I'm using two to secure this hair. What you have to do, after placing the extensions in the middle, normally we use the crochet pin to insert the one at the first method we did. But this one, you don't need the crochet pin. You open the hair in the two, put the extension, the smaller part of the extension. Yes, thank you. Put the smaller part of the extension in the middle. Then you close it. Look at it. Close it like this. Take your rubber band and start securing this hair. Look at it. Very, very easy method. When you secure it, go once, go twice, go third time, go fourth time. If it's properly secured, you can stop. Let me see how far I can go with this. Maybe about 3 or 4 times. Let me do one more. Yes. When I've done it like this, it's secured. So the next thing you're going to do to make sure that it's properly secured so that it won't be pulling when you're doing the hair, you just go ahead and open this hair into two. Push it on both sides, not too tight. Look at the way I just did it. Gradually push it on both sides. When you do that, it's going to secure the hair more to the roots. It's going to secure the hair more to the root. That is what you could have done naturally. The rubber band is doing it for you. And it's easier as a beginner to go straight ahead and start using this method so that you can start braiding. So what you're going to do, bring this one down. When you bring it down, it's going to look like this. Now, the next thing you're going to do, grab the other hair that is 2 times bigger. This is very simple. Go ahead and try this method. When you try this method, straight away you start braiding, adding extension into your braid. So now you hold this. When you hold this, make sure you put it on the same level. Measure it to be on the same level size. Then you go ahead and this is my right hand, holding this hair with your right hand. You go ahead and hold this hair with your right hand. The next thing you're going to do, go straight and hold this one, the hair you're going to braid, with your left hand, securing it with your thumb and index finger. Then place this one, place the extension that you're going to use now into the middle, like that, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. Can you see what I've done? Holding it with your thumb and index finger. Straight away, you're going to braid this hair. If you're a right-handed person, this is the time you're going to use your right hand first to do it. If you're a left-handed person, go straight and use the left hand and do it. So now let's go ahead and use the right hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to go straight ahead. Take this hair from your right hand, move it into your left hand. Can you see how it's going? Move it into your left hand. You can just hold it with any of your hands, push it to one side, then you take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. When you bring it into your right hand, you secure it very well. The only thing I'm going to say on this method is that the middle hair always have the natural hair. Go ahead and start braiding. No, it's not. It's not. So go ahead and start. When you're taking your hair off, this rubber band method, the rubber band method is a secure way of doing this hair. It's not going to affect your hair or anything. When you're taking it off, when you take your braids off, very, very careful, take the rubber band out. It's not going to break your hair because normally we use this mannequin to do this method. When I'm taking it off, it hasn't break the hair on the mannequin. So this is the 3rd time that we're using this mannequin to do our practical. We've been using rubber band on it, and gradually you just take the extensions off and take the rubber band off. If you're impatient and be dragging your hair, that's when it's going to break your hair. But then if you're patient enough to just gradually, or when you're taking it up, you can take a baby oil or any of your oil, rub it on it and just pull it out. It's easy. So now let's go ahead. But the only thing is that when you have this natural hair in the middle as you're braiding, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Make sure that the extensions here in the middle are covering the natural hair. What it does is that it makes your braids be very, very neat. So let's go ahead and do this. See, now that if you know it's not covering it properly, adjust it, because we are using a blue extension on a brown shade hair. So you want to make sure that the brown is not showing that much. Sometimes it might show slightly, which it doesn't really matter, but make sure that you cover it to the point whereby when you braid your hair, it's going to make it look very neat, and you're seeing the blue extensions that you're using on your own. I'm braiding it. As you can see me, I'm doing the braiding. As you can see what I'm doing, the hair is being braided down. Look at it. So when I finish braiding this hair, if we have enough time today, I'm going to show you how you can end up your braids, either by coiling the tip of the hair, either by making it straight, or either by making it, twisting it and putting it in hot water. Can everybody see it? Look at the second method. This is the first method we did by braiding it using the crochet pin and the rubber band, and this is the second method we are using. This only we use the rubber band method to secure it, then we start braiding, which is part of the rubber band method, because we have 3 methods. This is the second one. So the third method that we are going to be doing doesn't require you using either the crochet pin or the let's go ahead and share the video. Let me share from here. I know the time factor is going to affect a lot of people. Most people will have set their time that she's coming 12 o'clock, and that 12 o'clock is maybe 1 hour, thinking that I'm not here, but because of the time changing here, this is our afternoon here. Let me go ahead and share the video. I'm sharing from here so that will notify more people. I know there's a time difference before people will get used to it. It's going to take a little bit, maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. They will now get used to it. So now let's go ahead and share the video to bring in more people, notify them that we are here today. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we've done the second method. Well, the second method is now using the rubber band method without the crochet pin. Then we're going to do the third method. The third method, you don't need the crochet pin. You don't need the rubber band on this. If you're the type, because somebody just type on the comment section, oh, maybe the rubber band is going to be breaking your hair. Or if you're the type that don't want to use the rubber band method, go ahead and use this method that you're going to use now. So I'm going to go ahead and section this hair. This is the sixth method we're doing today. This is the second one. We're moving to the third one method now. So by the time we finish all the 6 methods, if you have any question, go ahead and tell me which of the method you want me to repeat for you to understand it very more. So now you're going to take your tail comb, go ahead and section this hair. When you section the hair in the blocks method, it's going to look like this. So now take this one that you're not working with. Either you have your clip or your pin to do that, hold it to move it away from what you're doing. So now this is the hair we're working with, right? When do you come? Yes, normally my lifetime is at 12 p.m. Monday to Friday. You can just see me anytime because now I've started college, so you just hoping in your mind that it's 12 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday, so I can show up anytime. Yeah, so now we'll go ahead and brush out the hair. As I've already explained before, always make sure you brush your hair when you're doing it. Always make sure you brush the hair when you're doing it. Now, this is the hair. So the next thing you're going to do, leave the hair, take your comb, part this hair into 2. Say, watch this method carefully. Watch this one. Maybe this method might be the method you try to be using. Open it like that, like so. Then the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and grab your extension. Take your extension you're going to be working with. All the extensions we're working with, we're doing medium. And now look at the medium. We're doing medium, whereas all the extensions and the hair size are the same thing. So when you're doing medium, this is the tips for you. When you're doing medium hair, go ahead and use all the extensions to be medium. Don't come and take micro, the next one jumbo, or the next one medium. No. Let all the sizes of your extension be the same thing. Let the sizes of your extension be the same thing, meaning that they all look the same. While if somebody is seeing them, look at the ones you have done so far. You see that the sizes are all the same thing. What it does is that it makes your braiding look very, very neat and well presented. So now, if you don't know how to grab the extension the way I'm grabbing it, in bunch. What you're going to do, you're going to section this hair on a rack. If you have a rack, section them on the same sizes, making sure they are the same and equal size. But for me, I'm comfortable taking it like this. So now we're going to be using this extension now to do the next method. If you know you're just joining, please share the video, let other people come to join us. Thank you so much and God bless you. Let's give cheers to everyone coming in. Thank you. So now what we are going to do on this method now is that go straight away and section this hair into two, meaning ratio 2:1. Ratio 2:1 meaning is that this one you have on your right hand should be the 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Always do your braid like that. Any braid you're doing, always do it like that. So now the next method level you're going to do, take this one that is bigger, 2 times bigger, just put it on one side. Put it on one side. When you put it on one side, you're going to be taking the smaller portions of the extension, take it like that, place it in the middle. Make sure they are equal. Look at it. Make sure they are equal. Then you come in the middle like this. When you come in the middle, place it in the middle. When you place that in the middle, the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and grab this hair, put it together. You're going to be braiding it down. Watch this method. They are similar to this method, but the difference is that there is no rubber band or crochet being used on this one. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to split this hair into 3. You're going to section the hair into 3. When you section it into 3 like this, braid this extension down. Braid it down. Look at what I'm doing. I'm braiding it down. You're going to braid it down. When you braid it down, because normally the hair from the mannequins are always slippery, make sure that you braid it down enough that it will be secured. What we are trying to avoid, we don't want to use the rubber band or we don't want to use the crochet to insert this one. Look at the way it is. It will come to this point. When it's like this, go ahead and bring this one down. You've already secured the hair. The next thing you're going to do, go ahead and grab this extension that is 2 times bigger. When you grab the extension that is 2 times bigger, you're going to be braiding this hair now. Make sure you put it on the same size when you're braiding. Then you go ahead. This is my left hand. This is my left hand, as you all can see. Go ahead and use your left hand to hold this hair. Holding it with your thumb and index finger. The next thing you're going to do, place this hair in the middle, put it down there. When you put it, you hold it, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. Can everybody see it? Secure it with your thumb and your index finger. As you're joining, please share the live. Let more people come to join us. Share the live. So as you're holding it like that, you're going straight ahead to take this extension, because this is my right hand. Take the extension on my right hand, bring it into the left hand. You're braiding already. Simple method for beginners. Simple method for beginners. Go ahead and try this method. You go straight ahead to be braiding. Then you go ahead and you secure it with your right hand, hold it. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it into the right. When you bring it into the right, go ahead and start braiding the hair. What you're going to do, I'm still going to mention it here. Make sure that your extensions, because this 3 method we've done now, repeat the rubber band method, please. Let's go ahead and finish all the methods first. Okay, let's do this one. When we do this one, I'm going to show you the first rubber band method or the second one. Is it the second one? Because we have 3 rubber band methods. The first one, you're using the crochet pin. The second one is without the crochet pin. I don't know which one you want me to repeat. Go ahead and type it on the section. Is it the second one or the first one? So this one I'm doing now is without the crochet pin or without the rubber band. So it's just using your natural hair, braid it down and hold onto the extension. Then you go ahead and start braiding. Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Look at it. Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. It will make your braid look very, very neat. The crochet pin one, okay, that's absolutely okay. So let's go ahead and finish this one. I'm going to repeat that method so that by the time we repeat it more, we know that we have gone past this section. Then we're going into the natural method. So let's go ahead and do this. Braid it down and continue to do your braiding. I'm going to show you the result of what we have done so far. If now is your first time of joining us, you're welcome to the class, right? You're welcome to the tutorial class. That is what we have here. Here we do practicals, we do a lot of things really. So, but then for today, we're going to be, the basic things we do is showing you the 6 method. Very soon we're going to be having classes that will be starting, paid classes that will be starting, but now these are free classes. So now you see, look at the hair. This one look like a natural method. Look at it. Now, because you're not using the crochet pin, you're not using the rubber band to hold on this, you only secured the extension, half of the quarter of the extension into the hair by braiding it down. Can you see it? Then now you continue to braid with the other side that is bigger. So now this is it. So this is the 3 method we have using the crochet pin and the rubber band method, on the rubber band method. But now somebody typed on the comment section, maybe they were not here when we do the first one with the crochet pin. Yes, I'm going to repeat it because I see that more people have just come in. So we are going to go ahead and repeat that first method we did using the crochet pin. So pay attention as we do this. Thank you so very much as you're sharing the live. Continue to like the live. Share the live. The more we share, the more it's going to attract more people to come and see what we are doing. I know the time difference is really affecting people. They don't know, but they will come to know. Tomorrow I'll be live so that we'll make sure they adjust to the time. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead and do the crochet, the first one we did. The first method we did is using the rubber band method with a crochet pin. So I want to repeat it because somebody just typed on the comment section. When we repeat that method, we'll go straight away to do the natural and traditional method of installing your extensions into your natural hair. So now let's go ahead and section this hair into 2. I don't want to do it 3. It will be too small. Let's go ahead and section it into 2. As you have sectioned it, go straight ahead. You have your clip. Always have your clip with you. As a beginner, you have your, even professionals will use the clip in the sense that if you're not working with some hair, you use the clip to move them away from the areas you're working with. So now this is the hair you're going to be working with now. Always have your comb to comb it out. You're very pretty. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please don't write anything on the comment section that they will block us. Please, thank you so much for that compliment. So now let's go ahead and anything we have to write, let it be related to our subject here and what we are doing. We don't want them to come and do any restriction today, so that we'll just peacefully do this class and leave. Now, as you're combing this hair, go ahead and comb the hair. You see the hair? Make sure you always comb it. The reason why you always comb this hair is that when you comb the hair, it's going to release the knots in it. The hair is going to be smooth. So when you put the brace on it, it's going to be now easier. When you're taking your hair off, you see that your hair, you'll not be losing much of your hair because the hair is combed. But if you don't comb it, while you're taking the braids off, you see that your hair is going to be breaking. We don't want our hair to break when you're doing braids. Yes. So because braid is a protective style, it doesn't make you lose your hair. So you have to do it in a way that it's really called a protective style. So now this is the hair that we've sectioned now. The next thing we're going to do, if you're just joining us, I've done this method before. We're just repeating it for the sake of those that are just coming now. We are using the crochet pin. If this is your first time of seeing crochet pin, do not worry. This is the crochet pin. You go ahead, look at it. Can you see it? Crochet pin. Look at it. So this pin, we use it to insert hair extensions. So watch me as I do it. Apart from this method I'm doing, when you're doing your crochet braid, that you roll your hair all back, you use this crochet to insert the hair. There's a lot of things you can do with this crochet pin. Yeah. So now let's go ahead now and grab our rubber band. 2 things that you're using for this method: crochet pin, then the rubber band. Can you see it? Rubber band. Look at the rubber band. Tiny rubber band, not the big one, this tiny one. When you're getting it, you get the small tiny one because the big one will be too big to do this extension. So now, normally you're supposed to be using one of the rubber band. If you're doing your practical, you can go ahead and use one of the rubber band. If it doesn't snap, go ahead and do it. But then, since I started this live, I don't want you to snap. I don't want you to disappoint me. So I doubled the rubber band. I doubled it. Then you go ahead. The next level you're going to do now, take your rubber band. Look at the way I'm holding this rubber band. Go ahead and secure the rubber band. Secure it to the hair. Look at the rubber band, use it to secure the hair. What this does is that it's doing the job for you. What you could have used your hands to do the natural method to secure it, the rubber band is doing this for you, securing it, and now you just go straight ahead. So let's bring TikTok to the same level. Bring and head tutorials. So you go ahead. Let's see, I've lost this. Let me go ahead and secure it one more time. So you go ahead and secure the hair. When you go like 4 or 5 times, if it's enough, you just leave it. The next thing you're going to do, I hope you're paying attention. Somebody asked me to repeat this method. Let's pay attention and go ahead and watch this method. Go ahead and try this 6th method I'm showing you. As a beginner, most people know how to braid their normal hair, but they don't know how to add extensions into the hair. The reason why we are doing all this method is that when you start as a beginner, try and use the rubber band method if you don't know how to secure the hair naturally, which I'm going to teach you here. The other, how to secure the hair naturally as well, using the normal traditional method. So now, with this rubber band you placed on it, go ahead and section this hair into 2 again. Push it to 2 sides. Look at it. When you do this, not too tight. The only thing why you're pulling it to the other side is to secure it more. But if you pull it too tight, it's going to affect the scalp. The hair on the scalp is going to be too tight. We don't want it too tight. We don't want the hair too tight. That the person that you put the hair on will be uncomfortable. No, just secure it to the point that the hair is secured, then you add your braid. So the next thing you're going to do, you're having your crochet. Look at the crochet pin. Can everybody see it? Crochet pin. This crochet pin has something latch, like you open and close it. But if you want to use it, kindly open it like this. When you open it, you now go ahead and insert this crochet pin in between the rubber band like this. It's going to come out on the other side. Can you see it? It's going to come out on the other side. When it comes out, go ahead and grab your extension. Look at the extension we're using. We're using blue extensions today. If you're the blue type, go ahead and keep liking the video and share the video. It's going to bring more people in. Thank you so much for that. Let's give cheers. Let's not make this boring. Let's give cheers and let us laugh as well. Sometimes you're just too serious that, oh, am I going to get this? Don't worry, you're going to get it. And there are simple methods. When you follow the method, when you just follow the way I'm doing it, you're going to get it straight away. It's very simple. This method I'm showing you, they are very, very simple. The same day you start braiding. A lot of people have tried this method. The same day they start braiding hair. So you go ahead and try this method. When you put this across, go ahead and get your extensions. When you get your extensions, take the sizes. Make sure that your extensions are always the same sizes when you're doing your braids. Don't make one big and don't make one small. If you want to do your hair very fast, and you don't want to stay too long, it's the natural hair that you're going to add more to. It's not the extension. If you're using the same size of extension, go ahead and use the same size. So now that we have the medium size of extension we have, you go ahead and section these extensions into 2. Ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Take this one you have on your left hand that is more bigger, put it aside. When you put it aside, grab this one that is smaller on this part, hold it like this. Can you see it? Make sure they are on the same length. When they are on the same length, you go ahead and do what? Form a loop. Look at a loop like this. Hold, this is my thumb and this is my index finger. Go ahead and do this hair like this. Use your thumb and index finger to hold it. When you use your thumb and index finger to hold it like this, you're going ahead to place it now. Go to that place where the hook is. You hook it. This our crochet pin is hooking extension. Why? It's not the one that hook fish. This one is extension. You now go ahead and cover it. When you cover it, you pull this one out gradually. Look at it. You pull it out. I hope you're paying attention. The person that asked this question, please go ahead and pay attention and watch this method. You pull it out. When you pull it out like this, the next thing you're going to do, this is my left hand. Okay, thank you so much. This is my left hand. This is my left hand. Go ahead and do what? and hold one of the extension here with your left hand, because if you don't hold it with your left hand, when you're pulling, everything will come to with you, will come out, and you start doing the work all over again. You don't want to do that. When you're holding this with your left hand, then go straight ahead and pull with your right hand. Look at it. When you pull it with your right hand, it's going to come out. Look at it like this. You see? The next thing you're going to do now, measure it to be the same length, because when you're braiding, you want everything to end on the same length. You put it like this, then you now place it like this. With this method, another thing I'm going to tell you with this method, because you've inserted a crochet pin on this method, just go ahead and watch the roots of the hair, whether it has already unraveled. If not, if you want to secure it more, you just go ahead and pull it a little. But if it's okay, just leave it like that. So now you're going ahead to leave it this way. When you have it this way, the hair is already secured. The next thing is that go ahead and grab the other part of your hair that is 2 times bigger and start braiding. Simple. Simple and short. Simple. So let's go ahead and braid it to show you that what I'm trying to explain to you is very simple. This is my right hand. Take the extension that you're holding on your right hand. Then you go with your left hand. This is your left hand. When you go with your left hand, you're going to do this. Take this one and hold it. Thumb, index finger. Thumb, index. Let's go ahead and like the videos. Keep liking. Where is Rosie? Rosie, I'm not seeing your tapping. No, tap, 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 Rosie, while you're watching. So now you go ahead and see this, secure it, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. When you're holding it with your thumb and index finger, take the hair that you're holding in the middle, place it there. When you place it in the middle, hold it. This method are very, very simple to do hair. Thank you so much. This method are very, very simple to do. And you have your right hand. This is my right hand. Can you see it? This is my right hand. Go ahead and take this one on your right hand, bring it into the left. I'm braiding this hair already. Very simple. When you bring it in, you push this one to the left, take this one on your left hand, bring it into the right. Grab this one in the middle. My dear, the method are simple to braid. You braided this hair already. You've already added the extension. So nobody will tell you that it's not you that added this extension. Thank you so much. God bless you all for your support. Support the life. Support the life. You know, the more you support it, the more things will be coming up for you to see things. So now you go ahead, we'll start braiding this one, going ahead. More people, because you don't know who you're going to help by sharing this live. Share the live. More people are there to just grab this and they are good to go. So let's go ahead and braid this. The only thing I'm going to say on this is that when you're braiding this hair, look at this hair. The natural hair is only there in the middle, but use your extensions to always cover your natural hair. When you know how to braid, when you're conversant with your braiding, you can, if you want, go ahead and share this natural hair when you're using this method into other extensions and go ahead and braid. Let's go ahead and complete our braiding. The reason why you're using your extensions to cover the natural hair is that you want it to be neat. If, for instance, let's say, for instance, we are using a brown extension on the brown hair, people will not notice it that much. But when you're using a colored hair, I'm using blue hair on the brown shade hair, what are you going to do? Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. What you will do is that you make your work very, very neat. Start it as a beginner. Thank you so much. When you start it as a beginner like that, you're going to get used to it. You're going to get used to it. Really get to. Thank you so much, Rosie. You're going to get used to it when you're doing this hair. So let's go ahead and finish this braid that we're doing. Let's go ahead and finish it. So when we finish this braid, if we have enough time today, I'm going to show you how we can end the hair. Can you see it? Look at the result of this hair. See? Nobody will say you're not the one that did it. It's a very clean, very secured. Can you see it? Clean and secured. Can everybody see it? So now we have completed this method, the 3 method that is related to the rubber band method. I hope, Rosie, I hope you understand it. Say on the comment section if you get it. But then I have most of the videos are there. I'm going to send these videos tomorrow morning. In case you want to do your practical and you want to remember what we've learned so far, I'm going to be sending all these live videos that we've done so that you can be able to watch it and remember when you're doing your practice. Yes, thank you, man. You're welcome. So now let's go ahead and do the natural method. The natural method using these extensions. natural method and the traditional way of adding extensions into the hair. We have 3 methods I'm showing you here in this class. So let's go ahead and do the first one. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. You're highly welcome to this class. In this class, what we do is that we teach braid and we do styles of the day as well. I hope it's just that I've been off all this time because I'm in college. I hope we have tried these styles. If you know that you've tried this style that we did last week, put it on the comment section that you tried it out. If I have not seen your other one, I don't know whether you tried it on your head. Look at this style. This is the style of the day we did last week. If you know you tried this style already on your hair, put it on the comment section if you have tried it, because we use wool to do this style. If you know you have tried it, put it on the comment section that you've tried it. Then you tell me your experience. When we finish the class, I'm going to ask you, was it easy? Was it okay to be able to complete it? So now this one, we're doing the natural method. Go ahead and grab your extensions. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. Thank you so much for the like and the share and the support to this live. Let's continue to laugh, and this clap goes to every one of us. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead. Let's make it interesting. Let's make the class interesting while we're doing this. So now we're going to be braiding the natural method on this hair. So let's go ahead and grab our extension. So like, for instance, this is my extension. When you're braiding your hair and you know you have an extension that is left like this, you think that, okay, because this is the last one you have, you just go straight ahead and use it. No. Because if you use this extension, it's going to be bigger than the other one you've done already. Continue to do the method and the sizes of the extensions that you've been using. Go ahead and use the sizes of the one. Go ahead, even if it's remaining just a little bit, take it off. Put it on one side. We don't want one brace to be bigger than each other. So you go ahead and take the size of an extension you're already using, which is the medium. You see, because this one is almost finished. Now I say, okay, no, let me just quickly and use it. It was not easy to try it on my hair. Oh my God. So I had to lose it. Oh my God. Anyway, no problem. If I were to try it on the mannequin, try on the mannequin. So when you're conversant with it on the mannequin, then you can do it on your hair. Because doing it on your hair is almost the same thing, really. But it's just like you plait it first. When you plait it, then you do it. Yes, try it on the mannequin. Go ahead and try it the way we did it on the mannequin. Try it on the mannequin. By the time you do 1 or 2 on the mannequin, you will be able to try it on your hair, right? You'll be able to try it on your hair. You get it. So look at it. We did it last week. Or you can try it on your daughter's hair. If you have your daughter's hair, go ahead and try it on their hair. So now, let's go ahead. Put this on one side. When you put it on one side, the next thing you're going to do, we have our extension. This method that we're going to do, watch this method. This method is simple. It's a natural way. If you're not using the rubber band, if you want to go straight into doing the natural method, go ahead and watch this method. We are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. So what we are going to do now, we are going to be crossing this extension. Most people say they don't know how to cross the extension. Look at it. This one I have on my left hand is bigger, 2 times. Then this one I have is just one of this. So what you're going to do, the smaller part will go on top of the bigger part of the extension. You're crossing it. You cross it this way. Can you see it? The reason why we section this hair that one part is smaller is that when we cross it like this, because the other methods that we have done, we don't cross it. That is why I didn't do this explanation. So while we cross it this way, look at these three strands of hair now. They are equal. Because this other two, that this one on my hand that is smaller and this one is bigger, when you place this one that is smaller on top of it and cross it, when you add it together, it will now be one of these. Look at it. The reason why we do that is that when you're braiding your hair, the hair is going to be equal. Not that one side of extension will be bigger than the other. No. So look at the 3 strands of hair. Can you see it? 1, 2, 3. They are the same size as you can see. But then I use the smaller part, cross it, and become bigger. So now we are going to be using this extension now to do this natural method. This natural method and traditional way of installing extension, we are going to plait this hair. Watch me as I do this method. Maybe it will be the method that you like most. Thank you so much for your support. Let's go ahead. The more we share the videos, the more we attract. You don't know who you can help with this sharing. So go ahead and share the video, like the video. Thank you, and thank you for the support, and God bless you all. Thank you so much. So now we have this. As you have this, you're going to, now the hair, we are going to take in this hair like that. I'm not going to part it into two anymore. I've already combed the hair. Always be in the habit of combing your hair before you do it. Always, always. You comb the hair. When you section it, comb it. Yes. When you comb it, the next thing you're grabbing this extension. Look at the way I'm holding this extension. Watch with this method. Most of the professionals, they use this method I'm going to do now to do hair. So watch it. It might be the method that will be very, very okay for you to start installing your extension. So now I'm going to hold this one with my left hand. Look at it. My left hand, this is my left hand, as you can see. This is my left hand. This is my left hand, as you can see. I hope you're seeing it. Then you now go ahead, take this extension. Look at the way I'm holding it here. Place it on top of it like this. See, when you place it, I told you that our thumb and our index finger, they play a vital role when we're doing hair. You place it with on your left hand, hold it with your thumb and index finger, release your right hand. This is my right hand now. You go ahead and grab this one. The first thing you're going to do, watch this method, plant it this way. One, you go ahead. The second one, you're coming. Then that second one that you're coming, you're going to open your middle finger and your ring finger, place it in between like this. When you place it in between, watch this method. When you place it in between, here you separate this other two hair. When you separate it, you're going to go ahead and separate your natural hair. When you separate the natural hair, the next thing you're going to do, you're braiding the hair already. This method is absolutely simple. Very, very easy method to use. Can you see it? Very easy method to use. Go ahead and try this method. This is the first traditional and natural method of how to secure your install your extensions on your natural hair. You see it? Very, very simple. So now the next thing you're going to do now, make sure that your extensions are covering this braid. Don't go ahead and braid this hair like this. Look at my natural hair is on top. Most people now, they will go ahead and be braiding it like this. If you braid your hair like that, it's your natural hair that will be showing on top of it. What it will do, that hair will not last long. You see that the hair is getting old very fast. The thing you're going to do, when you come to this point, can you please repeat it? Let's finish it first before we repeat it. We'll finish it first. So we'll finish everything, then we're going to repeat it. Because most people now, they want me to just go ahead and do this. Then you go ahead and always use your extensions to cover the hair. Can you see what I'm doing? My extensions are covering it. I'm going to repeat this hair. When I finish the other natural, let's do it and do the next one and repeat it so that you can understand it very well. So now we're doing this. Go ahead and braid this hair. I'm braiding it, making sure that my natural hair has been hidden. It's not showing. And it's not showing to make the hair last very, very long and very okay. Let's go ahead and show you what I've done so far. So you just look at it. Very, very nice and secured. This method is good. If you don't know how to do the natural method, that's my problem. Thanks, ma. Okay. Let's make sure that we come to this point. Huh? Let's start. Yeah. Okay, that is my problem. Thanks. Okay, that's fine. So just watch as I do this. I'm going to repeat it again so that you will understand this. We are doing 3 methods. This is the first method for the natural and traditional method to install the extension. Look at how secure the hair is. Very, very nice and secured. If I do this and you think, yeah, this method is okay for you, try the 6 methods. As a beginner, go ahead and use the rubber band method to get into braiding. The more you braid, the better you become and the faster you become into braiding. Don't just say, okay, I'm not getting it. Oh, the hair under is not secured. Every time I install it, it's not secure. So I'm going to stop braiding. No, don't stop braiding. You're going to use the rubber band method. Excuse me. You're going to use the rubber band method to secure it while you keep learning how to do the traditional and the normal method, natural method that we use. Okay, now let's go ahead and repeat this one we just did again now. Let's repeat it. Because somebody said that is her problem. Let us repeat it. Let's go ahead and repeat it. But the only thing about doing hair is that you don't just do it once and you leave it. You have to practice. The practice, the more you practice, the perfect you become in anything you're doing, not just hair. Keep working on it, keep practicing on it, keep before the more you're doing it with your hands, the more you're getting the techniques, and that techniques gets into your hands. Exactly, yes. The techniques gets into your hand. But if you just do one day and you leave it and you wait again until you do the next one, you're going to be finding it very difficult to install the extensions on your natural hair. So let's go ahead and do this one, this method that we just did. Let's go ahead and do it again. That is true. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead, keep tapping and sharing the live. Thank you, and God bless you for your support on this live. I know because of the time changing, it affected a lot of people. Most people, they don't know that we are here because more people used to come up live than this, but them, they don't know because of the time changes. But let's keep going. I'll be here to tomorrow as well. Then we can know, so that more people will know, that get used to the time that have changed. Here in the winter time, we'll bring the time backwards. In the summertime, we'll bring the time forward. So now let's go ahead and do this method. Always comb the hair when you're working with the hair. This one is a lot. Let me reduce it. And maybe I could section this hair into two. No, let's do it like this. It's okay. Let's just take some off it to make it smaller. So now, go ahead and comb the head. What time do I come live? It's 12 p.m. UK time. Just find out the 12 p.m. UK time with your time. You know what the time is. Wherever you're watching me from, all the whole with the part of the whole world, just 12 p.m. UK time. Go on Google and find out what time is it to your own time, so that you know the exact time you're coming. So now this is the extension we're going to be, the natural hair we're going to be working with. Then we'll go ahead and grab our extension. So this is the extension that we're going to grab in. Take the extension. Always make sure that your extensions are the same sizes. Look at everything I've done today. They are the same sizes. You grab it. If you find it very difficult to grab it the way I'm grabbing it, always section all your extensions. Section it on a rack, or you section it on a dining chair. If you cannot afford a rack to do that, don't worry yourself. Make it in a way that you have a dining chair set, or you have somewhere you can place it on it. Just section them to make sure that this part of baby. Okay. So you just go ahead and grab the extensions you're going to be working with. So these extensions you're going to be working with, this is it now, as we can see. So let's go ahead and section it into ratio 2:1, splitting it into two. This side is bigger, the one on my left hand, and the one on my right hand is smaller. So what are we going to do? Because you're repeating this first natural method, you go ahead, watch me as I'm doing it. How will you know the right amount of extension? Yes, it depends on which one you're doing. Like if you want medium, your own medium might be, you just think that, oh, I don't want too much extension on my hair. You go ahead and take something like this, right? Most people, they want it more bigger, they want more extension. You add more extension to it. It's up to you. But the only thing I'm going to tell you about having your extension, whatever that you start with, if you take the first one and you know the size that you started with your extension, make sure you end it with all the extensions, with the braids. Don't come in the middle, oh, because I've taken this one small, you come here and take the other one big again. No, it will make your braid not to look good. It depends on you. Now it depends on you. The extension you want to take, if you want it smaller, most people don't want too much extension on their hair. They just take small. And that first one you started with, make sure you know the size of the first one you've taken. Use it across all the braids that you're doing. So I've known the size I've taken on this one. This is my own medium. So that is why I'm using the same size to do this. So now when you take it this way, the next thing you're going to do, cross the extension. Some people say they don't know how to cross extension again. Look at it. You have this one, the one that is 2 times bigger on your left hand. This is my left hand. Then you have the one that is smaller on your right hand. Place it on it like this. Look at it. When you place it on it like this, you go like this and cross it. Can everybody see me? You cross it. When you cross it like this, it's going to be like this. Can you see it? When you do it, when you see these three extensions and you find out that they are the same thing, that is why the one on the right hand is smaller. When you cross it and join it into two, it is going to be one part of the one that you have on your left hand. Do you understand this part? So now we are going to go straight ahead. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. Here in this class, we do braids in this class, whereby I show you different 6 methods that we use here to install extensions into our braid, so that you go ahead and start braiding, because most people find it very difficult to install the extension, so they just feel discouraged in doing the braids. No, you don't have to. We've started with the rubber band method, which is easy to install, and now we're moving up to the natural method. So this is the first method. We've done it before, but somebody said, oh, this is where they are having problem, let's repeat it. So let's go ahead and repeat this first method from the natural method. Watch what I'm doing. This is the way I cross the extension. Can you see the way I cross it? I'm going to be holding it this way. Then you take your left hand. This is my left hand. I hope everybody can see it. Take your left hand, go ahead and hold your natural hair. Look at it. Hold the natural hair that you're going to be working with. Take this hair, the way you're holding it like this, I've crossed it. Look at it. Place it on top of it, securing it with your thumb and your index finger. This is my thumb, and that is my index finger. That is my thumb. Let's make sure that we are seeing it. This is my thumb, and that is my index finger. You just hold it. Hold the extension, hold the natural hair like that. Then you now release your right hand. This is my right hand. Go ahead and grab this one that is smaller part of the extension. Grab it. When you grab it, you go 1. Look at it as if you're plaiting the hair. 1. You go again 2. You plait it 2. Then open your hands. Open your left hand. When you open your left hand, bring this extension into your middle hands and your ring finger. Put it there. When you place it there, you go ahead and open these 2 now. Open these 2. Split this natural hair into 2. Put it on this side. Then you grab this one with your right hand. Go straight and secure. Take this one on your left hand. Braid it in. Take the one on your right hand. Braid it in. See, the only thing about this method, look at, I've braided this hair already and I've secured the extensions already. But the only thing about using this method is that make sure that your extensions are covering the natural hair. So if it's not covering the natural hair, you just have a pause when you're doing the hair and adjust it. The way I'm pausing now, this one is okay. Then this one, I'm going to make sure I adjust it and make sure that this thing is positioned very well by covering the natural hair. Then you go ahead and start braiding. I'm braiding this hair now, you see. When you go ahead and cover it and start braiding the hair, you see, it's going to position itself. When you get to that point, look at it, this hair. The reason why you're doing that is that we have a brown shade hair we're working with. Your color of your hair is brown, while the extensions is blue. We don't want that brown hair to be showing on top of it while you're braiding this hair. Reason is that when you see your braid for some time, the braid will get very old fast when your natural hair is showing. But then, if the extensions is covering the natural hair, you see that your braid is going to last longer. Have you observed that when you see people's hair, when the natural hair is showing, the hair just go very, very quick? Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much, and God bless you. When you see the hair, you just find out that the hair is getting old because you let your natural hair be popping up on top of the hair, the braids you're doing. But learn to always use your extensions to cover your natural hair. You will get used to it. By the time you start gradually to start practicing that method, before you know it, it will get used to your hands. You will not forget when you're doing it. You just go ahead and making sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. It's going to make your hair look, thank you so much, God bless you. It's going to make the hair look very neat, and it's going to make the hair last longer. That is just it. The reason is that if you just go ahead and be letting your natural hair pop up, the hair will not stay 1 week. They'll say, who did this hair? The hair is not nice. It's because the natural hair is out. You know, natural hair always go like a frizzy all the time when it's showing on your braid. This my extension is short, so let me just gradually manage it. This extension is short, so I just manage it to this point. It's not long enough, but I'll make sure I finish the braid. Let me show you. See it? Can you see how secured it is? Very secured. Very, very secured. If this method is okay for you, please go ahead and use it. Look at it. Very, very secured. Secured. Nice and secured. If his method is good for you, this is the first method when you're doing the natural method. So we are going to go straight into the second method. Yes, of the natural. When I finish this method, if you have any question, you're going to ask me. Look at it. We have like 4 braids left. So we have like 4 braids. And when we finish this method, I'm going to quickly show you how you can end the hair of the tips of your hair using different method. We still have time because this is 1:15. Let's see before we finish all this method if we still have time. But if not, we're going to do it tomorrow. So now let's go ahead, and tomorrow I think because this hair is fully braided now, maybe tomorrow we are going to do that. Then I will now check for a style of the day I'm going to teach tomorrow for you to learn something. So now we are going to section this hair. Let's go ahead and section this hair. Make it, because the hair is a bit wide, I will make it smaller. Let's see. Then the next method we're going to do now is the natural method, natural traditional method of installing extensions into your natural hair by using this hair to be the third strand. Watch this method I'm going to show you. Maybe it's this method. Try the 6 method. We don't know. Anyone you think is okay for you out of the 6, go ahead and use it. Go ahead and use it. Yes, because we have a student here that is called Ifa Buchi. If you can see her, she tried all the 6 method. The method that she's used to is the natural, real natural method. She's lucky to have known how to do that. So I said, go ahead and use that one that you're used to. Go ahead and keep using it. It's not a problem. So why we do the rubber band method is for those that don't even know how to add extensions into the hair, but they want to know to braid hair. So use the rubber band method. So this one we are using now is the normal and traditional method. So let's go ahead and grab our extension. Let me pull this extension a bit, because you see the way I can pull the extension a bit. When your extension is short, go ahead and drag it like this. You see what I've just done? When I drag it like that, I've pulled this extension to make it longer. Did you see what I've just done there? Yes, I have a video I've sent on that thing for a long time too. So now you just go ahead and brush it out. So now it makes my extension, what I just did now, make my extensions go more longer. So now grab the extensions you're going to be working with. When you take it, always make sure they are the same sizes, the medium method that we're size we're using. So with this method we're going to do, teach us how to part lines. Yes, we are going to learn how to part. Yes, we are going to learn how to part the lines when this hair is finished. Look at it. I'm going to take this hair off. By the time we finish this hair, plaiting it, this is the 3rd hair that we've braided and is fully braided. This is the 3rd one. I'm going to take all this hair off, but the next one I'm going to be teaching how to part. I'm going to halfway teach you how to do the round method of parting hair. Round method of parting hair, because we're using the block box method now. That round hair of parting hair, most people don't use it. Most people, when they want to do their hair, they want you to use that method. So you need to learn it. I have a client that day, they said, oh, no, I don't want the block method. Use that round method for me. So I'm going to show you how to do this. When we take all this hair off, we'll have our mannequins free to be used, because we like using this hair for the practicals in the class. So now let's go ahead. This is our extension that we're going to be working with. Always make sure your extensions are in the same size and length. Okay, then go ahead. This method is a natural method whereby the natural hair, this natural hair will be the 3rd strand. Watch me the way I install this one. This natural hair will be the 3rd strand of hair that we are going to be using. Normally, if the hair is very short, you cannot do this method. If your hair is very short like this, you can go ahead and do the rubber band method, or you can use the normal traditional method, which I'm going to show you last to do it. You can be able to grab that one. But with this method I'm going to show you, if the hair is long or halfway of this hair, it's okay. You can do this method. So let's go ahead and do this method. So now you're going to be holding this hair. Look at the way I'm holding this hair. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. You hold it. When you hold it, you take your extension. I didn't split this extension. This other method, I didn't split this extension. Can you see it? I didn't split this extension. I'm just leaving it like that. Then when I'll show you how you are going to split this extension while you're doing this hair, because I'm using this hair to be the third strand. What you're going to do now, place this hair here. Look at it. Hold it. When you place this hair in the middle, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Hold it and secure it with your thumb and index finger. When you secure it with your thumb and index finger, you now have extension, natural hair, extension. Go ahead and start your braid with your right hand. If you're a right-handed person, start your braid with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, go ahead and start your braid with your left hand. Not because I'm using right hand, you now no, use the hand that you're familiar with and you're okay with. So now look at this. You now go ahead, take this one that you have on your right hand first, because this natural hair is my third strand. Watch this method as I do this method. You now go ahead, take this one, braid it in. Take it from your right hand, bring it into the left hand. Into the left hand as you're braiding. You go ahead and grab your natural hair, secure it, hold it. Then take this one on your left hand, grab it. Good afternoon. Secure it. When you secure it, look at it. Braid the hair once and twice. When you come into the middle, because look at it, we are not going to continue. I've braided this hair now. We are not going to continue to use the natural hair against the extension. What are we going to do now? I already brought this hair in the middle. Look at the way I brought this hair in the middle. You're going to go ahead and borrow some hair. Look at it. Borrow some extension. Take it. Put it here. Take another extension from here. Take it. Put it there. So now you now have your 3 strand with the extension, because we are not going to be continue using the extension. Go ahead and start braiding, but make sure that this extension is covering the natural hair. Thank you so much. Thank you for those liking the video. Let's move it. Let's move the like to 10,000 likes. I'm still waiting for 100,000 likes on TikTok. I've not received it yet. So, but let's go ahead and give this like, because the more we like the video, the more it attracts more people to come in. Thank you so very much for support, and thank you so much. Let's give this cheers for everyone supporting this live. Thank you. And God bless you for that. The hands you use in tapping and doing every support. God bless you. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and start braiding. I'm braiding this hair now. You see, I've covered this hair because we use the natural hair. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Because we use the natural hair to be the third strand. When you're first braiding, you're going to see the natural hair showing 1 on 2. Then when you add the extensions to it, it's going to change. Look at it. My braid is going to change in the sense that now when you're braiding, you've covered this natural hair with the extension. When you know how to braid very well now, you can split your natural hair into other hair as well. But for the fact that you're learning and you want to use this method, don't be confused. Just leave the natural hair on one side. Go ahead and use your extensions to cover it. By the time you know how to braid it, you're going to split this hair, natural hair, into the other extensions. Then you understand it. But while you're braiding, you now feel that, okay, my hands is used to the braiding, my hands is conversant with this braiding. Then you're a professional. So now let's finish this braiding. I'm going to show you what we have done so far with this method. So this method is that the natural hair is going to be the top strand of the hair you're using. Use the 2 way. Then when you come into the middle, you're going to borrow some of the extension into the natural hair, because we're not going to continue to use the natural hair to braid on its own. Thank you so much for your support. Look at the hair we have done so far. Beautiful and secured, because we started with the natural hair in the middle. It's going to, when you braid 1 or 2, it's going to show the natural hair here. Then when you come in the middle and add the extensions to the natural hair, you're going to use the extensions to cover the natural hair. I hope this is clear to us. So now this is the second method. We are going to do the third method. The third method is the one that you have to hold your extension. Thank you so much, 7 Ministries. God bless you, ma. The third method is the one that we are going to hold our extensions on one hand. We are going to hold the extensions on one hand. Now, I sent a video the other time how you can hold your extensions on one hand. For For you to get used to that method, you have to take your extensions on your own. Practice it. Look at the extension now. Let's say this is the extensions I'm working with, and you want to do the normal. This is last method I'm going to do now is the normal method that you have to secure the hair from the root. As you're doing it from the root, your natural hair is automatically going to split into three to get the three parts of the hair. And I'm live. I'll call you back. So the natural hair, the extensions you're holding, look at the extensions you're holding, right? You're going to go ahead and split these extensions into ratio 2:1. Can you see it? When you split it like this, look at the extensions. I'm going to be holding these extensions on one hand. Most people have a way of doing this method. If you already have your way of doing this method, don't worry about this method I'm going to show you. If you already know how to hold your extension, securing the hair into the hair, go ahead and continue to use, and it's working for you. Except you want to learn how to hold your extensions on one hand, which is going to be faster for you as a braider if you're using it as a business. Yes, even if you're using it for your kids' hair or your friend's hair, or you're using it for yourself, it's going to make you fast. So let's go ahead and cross it. Look at the way I'm crossing this extension. Watch it. Take this smaller part of the extension, place it on top of the other one that is 2 times bigger. Then you grab it like this. You've crossed it. It's going to be like this. Yeah? The more you learn this thing, the more you know some techniques. There are some ways. If I want to do this hair now without crossing, because I'm giving lectures, I might not even cross it. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to do this. Split it with my hand. When you get to that point, you will know this point. So, but let's do it the normal way so that you can understand this normal way. By going straight ahead, holding this, splitting this extension into 2:1, place it on top of it, grab it, you've crossed it. So the next thing, let's go ahead and section the hair that we're going to be working with. Let's go ahead and section this hair we're going to be working with. Let me section it. When I section the hair we're going to be working with now, then I will show you how. Always have your clips. Do you see the clips? Always have your clips. What this clip does is that this hair that you're not working with, move it away from your section. Look at it. Use it to grab it and move it away from this so that it will not be joining with the hair that you're plaiting. Most people, it confuses you when you do that. You think, okay, when the hair is joining together, you start losing the hair you're doing already. Be ready when you're starting to do braids. Get your clips ready. The ones that when you section your hair, the ones that you're not working with, use your clips to move it away from the sides you're working with. So now, this is the hair. Always comb the hair you're going to plait. Always comb the hair you're going to plait. Make sure that it's not free and it's free. So now this is the extension. This is the extension that we've crossed already. The next thing we're going to do on this method, I'm going to be holding my extension on one hand. If I hold it on one hand, I'm just going to do this. It's simple. Without explanation, I'm holding it on one hand. Then I'm going to show you how you can achieve holding your extensions on one hand. Let me explain it to you vividly. So now, you're having this extension. Let's make sure that everything is on the same length. This is my right hand. Please do it again. Yes, I'm doing it again. This is my right hand. Thumb, index finger. These 2 hands, they play vital roles when we're doing hair. Thumb and index finger. The other fingers are supporting fingers. These 2 fingers you're seeing, thumb and index finger, they do a lot of job. So what you're going to do, take your thumb and index finger, hold the section of this hair on one part, right? When you hold it, look at the way I'm holding it. Take your left hand, this is my left hand, thumb and index finger, hold this hair. When you hold it, this is the rest of my fingers, supporting hands on my left hand. Do this. You see? The rest, you're holding this one with your thumb and index finger. You use the rest of the 3 hands to place that hair and support it. On my right hand, I'm holding it with my thumb and index finger. While I'm holding this hair, watch it, it's not wobbling. When you're holding hair and you want to flip your hair on one hand, make sure that it's like this. Take this hand, this is my middle finger. When you take your middle finger, place it like this. Okay, let's adjust this. Let's adjust TikTok because it's gone. let's be on one side because TikTok now is gone frozen. Let's place it. Sorry about that. Let's resume it. We'll be on the same platform while I explain. Some comments okay here. So right, let's go ahead. So now you're holding this with your thumb and index finger. Then you holding on the left hand, holding this with your thumb and index finger. The other handle of it, this one, you're going to place it here and secure it there. So now, when you're holding this extension, making sure when you get used to it, you don't need all these protocols. You see the way I just did network, yes. When you hold it this way, you don't need all this. Let's decline that. You don't need all these protocols when you're used to doing this hair like this. Then you now go ahead, take your middle finger, place it this way. Watch me as I do this. The only hands I'm going to turn is my right hand. You do this, you turn your right hand. Look at my right hand. I'm holding my left hand. Bring your index finger out here. The hand that is going to come out on the other side should be your index finger, and the extensions is going to be lying on your index finger. So I'm holding these extensions on one hand. Let's go ahead and braid this hair so that you can see it. So the next thing you're going to do, I've already combed this hair and sectioned this hair. The next step you're going to take now, take your hair extension, place it on top of it like this, hold it. When you hold it, you release your left hand. Release your left hand. When you release your left hand, go ahead and take your left hand, section this hair, because you're going, this method we're doing now, all the extensions is going to have your natural hair. So take this one, you've sectioned this natural hair, I'm holding it. Use that hand and grab this extension on top of here. Bring it here. Bring it. When you bring it, use your index finger. This is my index finger. This one that is shaking is my index finger. Go in between the hair. Put it like this. Look at it. Section it. It will come out in that place. Then you grab it with your hands. Release your hands. Go ahead and grab this. This is the part that people find very difficult when their hair is not firm enough. You're going to go ahead and secure this hair. You see what I've done? Go ahead and grab it like this, secure it, not too tight, but you make sure that it's firm on the root while you're doing this method. Can you see it? When you plait it like 1, 2, 3, 4 times, fourth time I've plaited it, then you know what you're going to do. You're going to release your left hand because you're flipping this hair. When you release your left hand, you do your hand like this, flip the hair, turn it. What have you observed on this hair? You've observed that this one, natural hair, the extension here have the natural hair, the extension in the middle have the natural hair, the extensions in the left here have the natural hair. That's the natural, traditional way of installing your extensions, which I want everybody to walk up to this point. The more you learn with the rubber band, you're coming gradually, you're braiding gradually, your braiding is becoming faster, then you're going into knowing this method. So now, because when you're using this method, it's faster when you're braiding hair. It's going to be simple. So now, since we have all the hair with the natural hair, what you're going to do, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Adjust it, then you start braiding. This one is my natural hair, and the extensions cover it. Braid the first one. This is the next one. Let your extensions cover the natural hair. You braid the next one. You're positioning this. Now, this one too. Then you go ahead and start braiding. You see, the position to the point where when you're braiding is the extensions that is showing on top. Can everybody see it? Yes, ma'am. When you're braiding, the extension is showing on top. You go ahead and braid. The reason why we do that is that you don't want the hair to get old very fast. If you're braiding your hair and your natural hair is popping up on top of it, after 1 week, you see that the braid is getting old. You don't want to do that because the braids we are supposed to have between 4 weeks to 8 weeks. When you're putting your braids on your hair, you're going to have your braid between 4 weeks to 8 weeks. Most people, If you know you're buoyant enough, you can take it off in 2 weeks if you want. But normally you braid your hair between 4 to 8 weeks. Yes. So if you don't hide your natural hair using the extension, what you're going to see in a week is that the hair will start popping up. Your natural hair will start coming up, and it will not make your braids look very old. We don't want our braids to look very old easily while you're still going to have it for 4 to 8 weeks. So the earlier, the better you learn it in a way that it's going to secure the hair and make it last longer, the better. So now, this is the method. What's the difference between all these things we're doing? You grab this hair from the roots. Look at it. You grab this from the roots with the extension. If you are using a normal colored hair that is the same thing as this hair, you will not notice I've added extension on this hair. Yes, because this method is that you take the hair, split the hair into 3, and make sure that it's coming right from the roots. Look at it. You grab it from the roots and you secure the extensions into the natural hair. So now we have done the 6 methods so far. On the comment section, I want you to tell me 2 of the methods you want me to repeat, which we're going to use for this remaining hair. I think it's 2 that is left. Yeah. Tell me which of the 2 methods you think you want me to repeat for you to understand it more. We're going to use this next hair that is left to do it. Then I'm going to show you parts of how you can type it on the comment section. I have 2 hair left for us to finish this one. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Is it the 1 and 2 for the traditional method? The last one, please, ma. Okay, yeah, last one. We're going to do the last one. Then which other one? We'll do the last one we just did now, which is the normal way of installing your hair. Let's continue to share the live. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Tap, tap, tap. Share, share, share. Thank you so much for your support, and God bless you all. Because I did not start with you. Okay, what we are going to do, because we repeated the crochet method, we repeated it before. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the last one, which is the normal traditional method, and I'm going to do the rubber band method without the crochet pin, because you're just coming. So the natural method 1, and the last one I'm going to do now is the rubber band method using only the rubber band method without the crochet pin. You're going to like that one. So let's go ahead and split this hair into 2 and do this hair. Then when we finish, if we know we still have enough time, I'm going to show you one bit of way to finish up your hair. Then tomorrow I'm going to put it in hot water. I'll show you before I take all this hair off. Look at, we did all this practical hair fully. And another advice I'm going to advise you, if you want to go into braiding fully as a business, please go ahead and braid all your mannequin to this point. Finish all your mannequin. Finish all the hair as if you've done somebody's hair, you've done a client's hair, and you are sure of what you have done before you start giving your cards to people that you do hair. Don't come because you just learn one section of hair, you start telling people, I know how to braid hair. They will not be happy when they pay you that money. At the end of the day, their hair, when they get home, the hair will start unraveling. No. So practice would help you. And the next thing is that take your mannequin. If you really want to go into business, go into fill your mannequin hair the way we are filling it up. Look at, we did it from the beginning, and all the hair we've done from the beginning is very, very secured and nice, up to date. You know how many weeks now that we've had this? Nothing is going off. That is the reason why I tell you that when you learn in this way, if you don't know how to do it before, use the rubber band method, which I'm going to show you one of the rubber band method, and we'll do one of the traditional methods to do, which is the last one that we're going to do. Let's section this hair into 2. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. Very soon, I'm going to be having the classes that if you want to learn more, I'll send it to you. But it's not going to be a free class. It's going to be a paid class. You get notification very soon. For those that have the numbers I have with me, I'm going to be sending them WhatsApp messages to let them know how it's going to take up. So we have the beginners class and we have the advanced class. There you're going to learn more things on like what you're doing. If you want to go know more about hair, because hair is really wide. They have a lot of branches. So, but the main important one that you need to know is what I'm showing you here. Learn it very well, because even if you're coming into the classes, it's going to help me. I'm not going to be going further backwards to be doing all this thing. Learn this part very well. If you want to advance, it's going to help us when you're advancing. Know this one that we're doing, because you need it very well. Because if you don't know how to do this and you come into the class, you're going to be among the beginners class, whereby you're going to be doing it gradually. Go ahead. What I'm teaching now is very, very important. Very, very important. So now we are going to section this hair into two. When we section this hair into two, if you know you're interested with the advanced classes, you can send me a message on my bio. Then I will just go ahead and add you to the WhatsApp group. I'm getting my please don't talk about the mannequin here. Very soon I'm going to be coming on my other TikTok. I have a TikTok shop where I'm coming on live to advertise my mannequin there. Yeah, you can purchase it from there. And yes, I have a TikTok. That is what I've planned to do now. I'm going to be coming on live. There I have an affiliate on the TikTok shop. Talk to you about what you need. You can get it and purchase it. Then we'll come to the class. You use it for your practicals. But nobody should put anything that will be against the rule. Please, let's go ahead and just do it that way. I'm going to come on my other TikTok. Come up live. We'll talk about what we need. The mannequins you have to buy. Put it on the link that you get ahead and purchase it from there. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So now we splitted this hair into two. Now that we splitted this hair into two, let's go ahead and do the method, the natural method that we just did. The natural method that we just did. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to extend this my extension. This extension is nice blue, but it's too short. So, anyway, let me extend it. I've extended it. This is how you can extend your extension. If you know that it's short, you just pull it a little bit. Now you see what I'm doing? You just pull it and brush it out. Where's my brush? I don't even know whether we have brush here today. I don't know who took the brush. I'm using the comb to brush it now. Normally we're supposed to use the brush. Okay, the brush is here, right? So now let's go ahead and do this method again. How you can hold your extensions on one hand. How you can hold your extensions. Most people, if you know you don't know how to hold the extension on one hand and you want to learn that method, go ahead and learn it. But if you already have a way of holding your extension to install your extension and it's working for you, don't go ahead and use that method, please. So don't let this one confuse you to start stopping, because most people, when they see new technique, they will not leave the old one they have and it will start confusing them. No. If you know how to hold your extension already to install your braids, use that method of holding. Go ahead and hold it. But if you don't learn this method, let's go ahead and do it. So now we are going to grab our extension on this. I'm going to reduce this extension because it's a lot. I'm going to reduce this extension. Then we'll go ahead and brush it out. Which one is this? Okay. Go ahead and brush these extensions out. When you brush it out, it's going to look like this. Can you see it? Split this extension into two. Share it into two. Then when you share it into two, the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This method we are going to do is the final method, traditional, natural method, how to install your extension on the braid, which we are working up to. If you're new, you don't know how to braid, and this one is confusing you, the next one I'm going to do is a rubber band method. Use that rubber band method and start first. Then later you walk up to this. Watch it. I'm going to do the next one, the rubber band method. Then you see the difference. This is advanced and this is beginners. Let's do it like that. So now we are doing the advanced first because we've done the advanced previously. Let's go ahead and cross it. Cross your extension. When you cross your extension, to hold your extensions on one hand, normally some people do it like this. They just place it on it and they do what they are doing. It's okay. But for me, I used to like holding my extension on one hand, which I will just go ahead and do this way. You see, now it doesn't take me 1 second to do this because I'm used to it. But I'm going to teach you now that you're coming in how to hold your extension on one hand. Let's repeat it again because this class is a beginner's class and I want you to understand it. And while you're in this beginner's class, learn it very well because most people is just, they are here to do their kids' hair. They are here to do their grandchildren hair. They don't want too much about it. More people want to go into business for it. Those are the people that will need the advanced classes. If you're the type that want to go into the business and you want to learn more, you'll be getting notifications very soon. You'll be getting a video going across very soon on what we have to do to get into the advanced classes. So now, this is the hair. You're going to use your thumb and you're going to use your index finger. Hold this one on your right hand. Look at it. You're holding it on the right hand. Take this is my left hand. Thumb, index finger, hold this on your left hand. Look at my other hands. These three hands is a supporting hand. You now use it to grab it close to your hand like this. Do you see what I've done? This just is the explanation of how you can hold your extension on one hand. When you get used to this method, you're not going to find it very difficult. You just do it the straight way, the way I did it that time. So now, the next thing you're going to do, watch it. Take your middle finger. This is the middle finger. Where are you based? I'm based in UK, Manchester to be precise. So now, you take this one in your hands. You take your middle finger. See my middle finger. Go ahead and place it here. Watch me as I'm doing this. It's only my right hand that is going to turn. My left hand stand where they are. My left hand is where they are. And when you're doing this method, you don't allow the head to wobble. If you wobble, you won't get it. Just leave it. Give it that pressure a bit. Let it be like this. Look at it. That pressure a bit. Place your hands, middle finger on top of it. Then you now turn this your right hand. Turn your right hand. When you turn your right hand, what should be coming out in this hole on your left hand is your index finger. Look at it. My index finger. Auntie, Auntie gave us the finger. The finger. No, I'm just trying because normally we use our fingers to do hair. This is the thumb, that's the index finger. This is the middle finger. This is the ring finger. This is the pinky and little finger. Yes, I know you're joking, but normally that's what we use in doing our hair because most people, when I'm just doing it, they don't understand. So now that you've held this extension on one hand, look at this one now. It's settled on top of my index finger. That index finger. That's absolutely okay. So now you go ahead and grab this. This is the hair you're going to be working with. Watch the way I'm installing this hair. That is where most people have problem to install this hair. The more you watch me, go ahead and practice all this method. I'm coming maybe tomorrow. I'll see how it is. Maybe I have to go ahead and advertise the mannequin on that my other platform first, so that you can go ahead and purchase it from the TikTok shop. I have a TikTok shop, mannequin and affiliate shop. I can advertise it there, put the link there. You go ahead and purchase your mannequin from there. So now you're going to go straight ahead. Hold this hair with your, this is my left hand. Let me move back. This is my left hand. Hold this hair with your left hand. This is your right hand. You're already having the extensions on your right hand. What are you going to do? Open your hands like this a little bit. Look at my hands. When you open it a little bit, hold it. You hold it. Take your left hand, split this hair. Look at it as if you're splitting, because this hair, we're going to have it into 3 sections. With this method, all the natural hair will go have hair. All the extensions will have natural hair. So when you grab this one you've sectioned already, look at it. Go ahead and take this one. See the extension here. Take this extension here, move it, bring it to this side. When you bring it to this side, you're holding it and securing it, right? Take your index finger. This is my index finger. You see it. Place it in between the hair and your extension. See where my hand is coming from. When you try this method, you understand it. You now grab it and hold it. Release your right hand. When you release your right hand, this is the time where people have problem with this method. You go ahead and hold this and secure it. When you're braiding, secure it. Thank you, Auntie. That your thank you have turned into something else. So you now go ahead and secure it very well. When you go ahead and secure it, look at it. You do first braid, second braid, you secure it very well. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to release your left hand. When you release this left hand, you're going to flip the hair. This method is the only method you flip your hands. You flip your hands. All the method we've been doing since, you're not going to flip your hands. So when you flip your hands, you now position this braid. the hair in the way you have to braid it. I hope I'm able to get all this. Oh, yes, start with the rubber band method. Yes, I'm going to show you the rubber band method. Start with that method first and start braiding. Then now with this one, gradually, when you know how to braid, you're going to move up to this one. You will know how to do this. Very, very sure. So now, this is it. Look at the hair. This one have the natural hair. This one have the natural hair, and this one have the natural hair. What are you going to do next? Make sure, thank you're welcome. Make sure that your natural hair are covering, make sure that extensions are covering the natural hair while you're braiding any hair. Any hair you're braiding, do it that way. So now you go ahead and do this. Go ahead and start braiding. I'm covering it. If the hair you know is not covered, adjust it a little bit, cover it, position it, you go ahead and start braiding your hair. So let's see, look at it. When you position it, the way that the extension will stay, try all this method, you will understand it. Because if you don't try it, you will not understand it. The more you try it, the more it gets into your hands. So this one is the normal, traditional method of how we install our extensions into the braid. We've done 6 methods today. This is the last method from the method. But then this is a repeat because for those that want it to be clear more to them. So that is why I repeated it. And now the next one we're going to repeat, we're going to do the rubber band method. If this one is hard for you, do this one. I'm going to show you this method now, which is the best time to show you the method. As a beginner, you go ahead and do this. Thank you so very much, and God bless you all. As you're supporting this live, God bless you. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So this method, we'll go ahead and do it. If you know, look at it. Watch this method. Look at it. The way he's grabbed from the roots. You see it? Did you see it? Yes, the way it's grabbed from the roots, you see it very, very well. That is how we install this hair into it. You see the difference between all this rubber band method. I'm not saying the rubber band method is not okay, but when you install this hair, you will not have any extra puffy here, as you can see this one. But this one, it goes straight into the hair. So this is the method that we are working up to. That is the method. Let's go ahead and then put a TikTok on the same level as everybody. Yeah. Okay. So now, this is the method. This one, we are going to be doing this. Look at it. Very, very nice and beautiful braids. Look at this braids. When you learn in this way, when you learn in this manner, your braid is going to look like this. Before you know it, your braid is going to be nice and neat. So look at the last hair now. This last hair, if you're just joining us, you're welcome in this class. Here in this class, we do 6 methods of how you can install your braids into your hair, which have become problems for people now. Here on this class, we solve that problem with this method. Either when you see the 6th method, any of the methods that is okay for you, go ahead and use it. So now this last one we're going to do. We're going to be doing the rubber band method. If you know you cannot do this and it's difficult, that is why we are introducing this rubber band method. Go ahead and do the rubber band method. Let's do it. And with this rubber band method, you don't need the crochet pin. You don't need anything. So you go ahead and do what? Let me adjust this mannequin head so that we can see what I'm doing. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. Thank you so much, and God bless you. God bless you all for your support on this live. Yes. So tomorrow, what we're going to be doing, yes, better now. Okay, yes. So with this one, you always comb your hair. Always comb the hair. Always comb the hair very well. So when you comb it, this is your comb. You section this hair into 2. Watch this method. If this one is difficult for you, go and use this method. We've done 6 methods today. Maybe you're just joining us for the first time. Go ahead and try this method. Section this hair into 2 like this. When you section it into 2, you leave it this way. Go ahead and grab your extensions. This is the extension. Let me bring the extension. If you know it's easy for you when you're doing hair to be taking your extension like this, go ahead and do it. But then if it's not, go ahead and section them on the rack or on the handle of the dining chair, so that it's easier for you to know that you have the same size while you're braiding the hair. So now this hair is very short now. Let me extend it. Look at the way I'm pulling this hair. This hair is short. I want to extend this hair now. You go ahead and do this. You just pull it. Can you see what I've done? You pull it. When you pull it, it has extended this hair, if you know that, with like 2 inches. Let me go ahead and brush it. Then you go ahead and brush it. So when you're doing hair and you find out that the hair is too short, the ones you are holding, you see, so you want to extend it to like 1 or 2 inches, you just pull it that way I did it. Yes. So now go ahead and section this hair into ratio 2:1. Ratio 2:1 is that this one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This is the small part and this is the big part. Take this big part and keep it. Take the bigger part of the hair, look at it, put it on the chair or somewhere. Then you take the smaller part. Let me add a little bit to this smaller part. Doesn't really matter though, but let's add it. So now bring this smaller part to the same length. Watch this method. If you can't do this last method, the method we did, use the rubber band to do it. Place this hair in the middle like this. Look at the middle I'm holding. Place it in the middle. Have you seen it? When you place it in the middle like that, go ahead and grab your rubber band. Tiny rubber bands. They sell it in the shop. There's a lot of it in it. Tiny rubber bands. Then you grab this rubber band. When you grab the rubber band, normally you're supposed to be using 1, but then I'm going to use 2. The reason why I'm using 2 is that, let me bring the other one. The reason why I'm using 2 is because I don't want it to snap. The other time I said, let me try 1. The thing just, I say, no, not in this life. But if you want to use 1 and try it, if it's okay for you, use 1. But I'm using 2. Then you go ahead and do what? Clap this together. See the hair? You see the way it's open? You put your extension in it. The smaller part of your extension, let it be in the middle. If you know you cannot do the natural method, rubber band will secure the hair for you. Take your rubber band, secure it. Look at it. When you secure it, go like 4 or 5 times until the hair is secured. You go like 4 or 5 times. That's the 3rd one. The 4th one. Then let me do the 5th one. The 5th one. When you do it this point, the next thing you're going to do, open this hair into 2. You pull it on one side. Have you seen it? When you're pulling it this way, don't make it too tight. Because the more you pull this hair to the side, the more you drag the hair from the roots. If you pull it too much, it's going to be too tight for who is carrying that hair. So make sure it's secured, but not too tight. That's the rule. So then you go ahead and take this one, bring it down. You see what you have done in this point now, you have secured the hair already. Simple method for a beginner. Go ahead and try this method. This method is just for practicing right, ma. Or can it be used on the client? Yes, it depends. Yes, it can be used. If you ask the client if they want to use the rubber band. But for you as a beginner, keep using this method either for your child, because normally if you're using it for a client, some clients will say they don't want rubber band. If you're getting a client already, you know that you've come to that professional level before getting a client. This method you're using are for beginners method for you to get used to it. And apart from using it for beginners, there are some hair we use the rubber band to do like this, even as a professional. So whenever you're learning this method, you're not just learning it to do braid as a beginner. You're learning it in the future. You still have to use it to do a lot of hair. When we are doing this hair, you know that this hair is a lot. One of the methods, we use 6 of the method to do this hair. You go ahead and use the rubber band because it's a lot to hold it. Then you put the hair in the middle, use the rubber band to hold it and start braiding. There's no time you're not going to come across this method you're using, despite it's good for a beginner to start adding extensions into the braid. There's nothing you learn on this life, even if on this life that we are now, even if you don't use it now, as a braider, you're going to come across that hair. You're going to still use it. Yes. So now you're going to grab the other section of hair that is 2 times bigger. What you're going to do now, this one is good for the beginners, really beginners, or you want to do your children hair. For children hair, that if you're a professional, most children, they cry a lot for hair. Just go ahead and they are upset when you're doing their hair. You can use the rubber band for them and braid their hair. they will come back to you to do their hair. Because that time you're doing the natural method to secure the hair is hurting some of the kids' hair. They don't want to sit and they'll be crying. So now let's go ahead and do this method. The reason why this class is comprised of starting from this method, working up to the normal natural method, is that don't let anything discourage you. As a beginner, when you start with this, you keep going and start braiding. So now use your left hand, hold this hair. This method is really, really good. Start with this. Even if you want to do your own hair yourself, start with this. Go ahead and place this one in the middle like this. Look at it. When you place it in the middle like this, I hope this thing is okay. When you place it in the middle like this, you're holding the hair with your thumb and your index finger. The next thing you're going to do now, you start braiding this hair. Very, very simple method to use. Take your right hand, grab this hair. If you're a right-handed person, go ahead and start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, go ahead and start with your left hand. So now we're going to braid this hair now. Simple. You've already secured the hair with the rubber band. You don't need to do any other thing. You just go ahead and braid. Bring this one that you have, bring it to your left hand. From your right into your left. Then you grab this one in the middle. But the only difference with this method is that only the hair in the middle have the natural hair. With this method, you're just going ahead to start braiding this hair because as a beginner, you don't want anything to distract you. You just go ahead and keep braiding the hair. But then when you get used to braiding, you can split this natural hair into other hair. But for now, go ahead, use your extension, cover this natural hair and start braiding. So I'm going to go ahead and start braiding this hair. You see? Let me hold my mannequin because it's moving. I need that heavy stand that is strong because that one, when it stands, it's not going to be moving. Sometimes this mannequin, you just have to support it with your leg so that it won't be moving. So now let's go ahead and finish braiding this hair. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. So normally we run this class by 12 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday. But just go ahead, have it in mind, follow the live and you go on the notification button and press it. So in case we are on, it's going to notify you that I'm online. Then we'll go ahead and start learning for that day. So we learned a lot of things on this live. Then you see, this is done already. Can you see it? Simple method. So with this method, it's easier for you to go ahead and do this. You know what will happen? We're going to be ending this live here now. But if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. And then you want to advance into this class, or you want this class to be run personally with you, go ahead and send me your number on the bio. I'm setting up the class, but that's going to be a paid class. This one is a free class I'm doing online for you guys. So, but go ahead and learn this one very, very well because you need it. You really need it. So now, this is the hair. Tomorrow, when we come up live, I'm going to show you. Now we fully braided this hair. Look at it. This hair, we fully braided this hair using it as practical. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to end the tip of this hair. Because as a client, if you have a client, they will tell you, oh, I want the hair very curly. If you can see on my page, there are some hair I sell with the curly method. I'm going to show you how you can do that on the live tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how you can do different ways of ending this hair. We're going to split this hair into several. Some of them will go into the hot water straight. You know how to end up the hair. Some of them will go up in the hot water to coil. You see how that one is. Some of them will go up. I'm going to show you what we're going to do tomorrow to end this hair. By the time we do that on this hair, I'm going to now take this hair off. Then we'll have this hair free for our practicals. So thank you so much for watching and for being on this live. So the secret of everything about this hair is that practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you get better in doing hair. We are going to be ending this live now. Then tomorrow, I'll be here live tomorrow by 12 p.m. Tomorrow to 2 p.m. Tomorrow, you're going to see me here tomorrow. So I'm going to show you how we can end up this hair. Yes, good morning and thank you. Oh, thank you so much. So tomorrow, we'll be live. Get prepared. 12 p.m. UK time. Check the time that it is with your own time because we just changed our time, moving backwards. Normally, our time in the summertime used to be ahead, 1 hour ahead, but now they reduce the time 1 hour behind. So now just check on the Google what is 12 p.m. UK time to my own time. If you're not watching from UK, you will get the exact time we are here tomorrow. Thank you so very much, and God bless you all. If you have not followed me in all my platform, here on TikTok, my handle on my TikTok is GraceLawendhair Tutorial. You write the GraceLawendhair together, as you can see, tutorial. Then on YouTube, it's just GraceLawendhair. Then on TikTok, on the Facebook is GraceLawendhair Tutorial and Lifestyle. So we remain blessed and go ahead and practice. The more you practice, the better you become. Thank you so very much for being with me on this slide. Go ahead and send me your numbers or put you on the WhatsApp group if you know you're interested in getting up to the advanced class and learning more about hair. Yes, I'm here for you. Thank you, and God bless you. See you. Peace. Tomorrow. Thank you so much.